Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Starrapter and welcome back to the channel where I talk about Star Wars, the High Republic, the upcoming books and comics that will flesh out this grand time of the Republic set 200 years before the events of the Phantom Menace. So I said upcoming books and comics, but the funny part is this video is going to be all about a current book that we have out right now called Star Wars Dark Legends. Now this is specifically the Target edition, which has 3 additional stories in there, and the last one in this series of short stories is called A Bitter Harvest, and this includes the brand new villains called the Drengir. So the Drengir are a sentient plant species, and we learned a lot about them in this story. So Dark Legends, first off, is written by George Mann with artwork by Grant Griffin. So the story actually takes place on Batuu, and it includes this character. The main character's name is Minir. He is a farmer in this little town, very small town, and one day there's a stranger that comes down to his village, and this man is called Irene, and he brings with him 3 seeds in which he leaves behind. And these 3 seeds are found by Minir, and he does not want them in his house. He tries to return them to this guy. The guy's nowhere to be found. He throws them in the woods behind his house. And the next day, strange stuff starts happening. And what happens is there's a lot of fog that rolls in. People start to get this feeling of dread and whatnot. And we soon find out that the Drengir are actually all around already. So from the 3 seeds that were spread out, 11 of these things spawn. And it's not clearly evident that these things are even around at first to Minir. He is going to Black Spire Outpost. He's coming back. And next thing you know, he's starting to notice some weird stuff going around. He goes back into the woods where he threw those things. He finds the bag and he finds a clearing of rotted wood. And it just seems very strange. And yes, he ends up finding the sentient plant life. And it is very strange. They create this sort of fear around them. They have all this kind of fog. They can destroy crops. Like, they completely just wither away everything around this little clearing that they have that they're all congregating in. They do not speak, but I'm guessing they might speak to each other telepathically or something. It's really very unsettling. It's said that they are born out of darkness. They can construct these blackened vines and they destroy entire buildings, because when Minir doubles back to his house to check in on what's going on, it did not take them much time. These Drengir, in a matter of moments, were able to just get their roots, the vines, and just take out entire buildings. It's absolutely insane. And by the way, they happened to have abducted a small boy and siphoned his energy, because he is found by Minir when he goes into the clearing, and the boy is like flushed, like he's got no more blood left in him. It is really a horrific sight, and it just shows you how menacing these things are. With the whole promise of the High Republic, one of the things that drove the High Republic was the whole thought of what scares a Jedi. Well, I think the Drengir are one of the things that can scare the Jedi, because how do you deal with these things? I mean, obviously they are growing at a ridiculous rate and they are spreading around, and you can't tell if they are regular trees or if they're actually the Drengir at first, so you can easily look past them. They can, you know, kind of infiltrate inside of things, and it's just insane how menacing these things are. The fact that they're not communicating right now, at least with any outsiders, brings in a whole nother can of worms. It just, this is a type of villain we have not seen in Star Wars. I mean, I'm not super well versed in Star Wars Legends, so maybe there were some things like this, but this kind of reminds me of something like Poison Ivy or something, has control of these sorts of plants in the DC universe. And it goes back to this person that brought the Drengir to Batuu. Does he have any kind of idea of how to control them? Where did he get the seeds from? Where did the Drengir come from originally? What's their home planet? And my thoughts of speculation on how the heck are the Jedi going to deal with a problem like some crazy plants that can just take over planets, basically, because this is a serious problem for the Jedi to have. These things should be widely available. For something that has extra content in it, extra story content. I don't know why the heck these things are being done where you have to buy an exclusive version of a book, because this is a good story and the other two stories are great stories, even without the fact that them being tied to the High Republic, which is something a lot of people are looking forward to. These are solid stories written by George Mann with art by Grant Griffin there. And it's a bummer to see something like this just fall through the cracks for so many readers out there that want to read a story like this, that set up something cool in the High Republic, that literally good luck trying to find one, because Target doesn't even, the last time I checked, have them on their online retailer website. So hopefully this is a test that failed for Disney Lucasfilm Press and everybody involved, because I do not like the idea of having exclusive content tied to a certain retailer. I mean, I feel bad for the people overseas. They'll probably never get a chance to see this story, unfortunately. I like the idea of having exclusive covers, like you go to a convention and you buy your exclusive version of Master and Apprentice from Star Wars Celebration. Like, that's great. If you get it, you get it. You can be happy to display it on your bookshelf, but don't put some exclusive short story in there that people can't read, knowing that there's only going to be, you know, a couple hundred people in the country or in the world that are actually going to have that thing. So I think if they make it an exclusive cover for these Batuu books, that'd be great. But hopefully someday in digital version, they'll get it out to people out there, because especially with the High Republic book, like they keep pushing, like the High Republic is starting January 5th. And here we have a story that's been out for months. I didn't realize this at first. I'm like, oh, I got to get my hands on this thing. Not to mention that, hey, we have the Tales from the Galaxy's Edge game that has a High Republic story. We're going to get a High Republic story in December in the Star Wars Insider magazine. So yeah, they say it starts in January 5th. But if you know where to look, you can find some High Republic stories out right now. So what did you guys think of this video? What do you think of the Drengir? Do you think they're as horrifying as I think they are? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. For more on the High Republic, I have plenty of videos. I have an entire playlist on this channel, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. And do subscribe to the channel, as I will be talking way more about the High Republic, which is coming out sooner than you think. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.